I'm in love with this girl. I'm always gonna have these feelings. I don't know if I can just be friends. I was hoping that after everything was said and done, we would be intimate and make a baby and have a family I could call my own.
Well, you know, I deal with all kinds of relationships here. This is the first one between a train conductor and a passenger. William says he knew Alexandra was the perfect girl for him the moment he laid eyes on her 7 years ago when she got on his train. Alexandra says she made it very clear from the beginning that she had no romantic feelings for him. But that did not stop William from calling her 100 times per day, keeping a box filled with pictures of her and telling people she is his girlfriend. Now, Alexandra says William created a fantasy relationship with her in his head and started stalking her.
I met William on a train in 2007. 3 days later, he called me, and we had a long conversation. And then after that, we started hanging out together. I never considered it dating. In the 7 years that I've known William, there's been no intimacy, no romance whatsoever. William is very jealous. Whenever William sees a man looking at me or talking to me, he has fits of anger. He starts screaming and using profanity. Last summer, I had a dress on that William didn't like, and he flipped out on me, and he told me, all black women are the same. I informed William that I was seeing someone, and he said, if I see you guys on the street, I'm gonna kill both of you. Last year, I noticed my picture in his car. William said he wanted to feel like I was there. One time I was at William's house, and he had my pictures spread out all over his dining room table. So I was freaked out. It was very creepy. It's just been a nightmare for me. He just takes it way too far. I know William was stalking me because he popped up at my mom's house. I would look in my rearview mirror and see him following me. He would call me 100 times in one day. He would leave me numerous text messages. William is delusional because he thinks he is my boyfriend, and he will never be my boyfriend.
Okay, Alexandra, how did this get so far along? You've been in a relationship with him. You've known him for 7 years, right?
Yes.
How did you get to this point?
Well, we were just hanging out a lot, and he fell for me in the midst of us hanging out.
Right. And did you know from the beginning that he was smitten with you?
No. He kept it strictly friendly with me. He never flirted with me, never said anything like he was in love with me. He never gave me any indication. We were just hanging out as friends.
For 8 years?
Well, no, about 4 or 5 years into it, then he started showing signs of jealousy and expressing those kind of feelings for me.
Okay, he gave you a ride the second night, right?
The third night, actually.
Did that worry you, getting in a car with a strange man?
I kind of felt a little funny about it, but as he said, I did text everybody his info. He showed me his ID. He told me what kind of car he had, make and model, and the year, and I texted about 15 people to let them know who I was with, what I was riding in, and everything. But
you understand that just means they know who killed you.
Yes.
I never understand women that just say, okay, just so you know who killed me. It doesn't keep them from killing you. It just lets them know who to arrest when they find you.
Absolutely, but I was more concerned with that. He told the entire train, the stop I was getting off of, it was more than one man on the train, so I felt my odds were better with one man versus a whole bunch of men knowing what stop I was getting off. It was nighttime in the middle of Philadelphia, and I was afraid, so I took that risk with one person rather than.
So he did announce where you were getting off?
Yes, he did.
I don't recall doing that.
Okay.
And he also did give me $50 and told me to go have a good time.